because he obviously had some mental issues.
He's an adult.
But the point is
Not
that
when he started playing guitar. And this guy was an adult. You still don't see him as an adult. You still see him as the little lost boy. He's a 38-year-old man.
Yeah, I'll admit to that. I still see him from the movies I remember him in.
But that's not who he was. That's part of what fucks him up. That's part of what a fucking tough thing about is people want to remember you when you were cute. Dave was cute when he was little.
Oh, yeah. I was a little belle of the ball.
All because of your red hair.
Yep. Now a monster.
Dave, you've also blamed the ginger attacks on South Park. You said that they've made your life a living hell.
Yeah, it seemed that that's where it begat. Is South Park.
Oh, it begat there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way, because then everyone adopted it. And English people and Canadians who saw the episode started calling everyone gingers and killing people who were gingers and all that.
Do you know they're doing a new season of South Park, and Cartman is coming back with red hair, and the promo I saw is, why does everybody have to pick on redheaded people?
Really?
He's defending the red hairs.
I will absolutely watch this. This is exciting.
On your dry fucking erase hat to write South Park rules now.
Will do.
We'll always know, like, his mood now. Mm-hmm. When his mood changes, I want his hat to changed. Richie in Maryland, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mr. B.
Yeah.
I heard earlier that Dr. Drew had apparently been trying to get in touch with this guy, with Haim, for, I don't even know, quite a while, maybe a couple of years, to get him on his show. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about his celebrity show. I definitely think it's somewhat exploitive, but the fact that he just flatly denied it and refused any help just goes to show that he wasn't really looking for help, no matter as much help was given to him. Corey Feldman brought him into his house to try to help this kid. And I watched that season or two of the two Coreys, and the kid was a nightmare. I mean, he's blown every chance he could get, no matter how much help was offered him. They offered him a place to stay. They gave him an assistant. He ended up wrecking a truck because he was all effed up on meds. He screwed up his role in this new Lost Boys movie. I mean, how many times can you? When do you start blaming the guy himself? When do you start blaming the 38-year-old? Fezzy,
I'll let you answer that.
If he's turning down help as an adult, that's one thing. But if you can help him when he's a kid with a bad drug habit, if you can step in.
Look, I don't know whether you've ever been around people who don't want to fucking stop getting high when you want them to. Doesn't always work that way. It is always going to be up to that person, even a kid. You can't watch a kid 24 hours a day. And from what I understand, he was just using and getting high back then. He didn't have a fucking runaway problem. You can't take a guy on his early days of drinking and say to him, this is going to lead to alcoholism. You're going to stop. Doesn't happen that way. What are you, fucking nuts? I'm having a ball. Not only are you fucking having a ball, you're probably having the best time of your life. You're partying, you're meeting chicks. It's a great time. This kid had money. He wasn't really anybody to feel sorry for until adulthood ran around, and then he didn't fucking really feel like he wanted to be an adult. It happens to a lot of people. And again, everything I've fucking read about the guy, and I don't know a lot about him, is that he was trying. I never heard that he never made any attempts. He was making some attempts. Just didn't work out for him.
Yeah, I mean, if I saw a few episodes of that Corey's show, and he was, I think he was sober during the filming of that, and he was trying to hang on to it. I guess it didn't happen, or
maybe it did. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, because there's also talk that it was just like a heart thing, and it wasn't drug related.
The other part of this too is like, I don't know what you think the government is able to do. I don't know why you think that they would even be necessarily fucking good at it. I don't know whether you've ever been down to the DMV and see how those people are just stuck under fucking paperwork. It's a lot of fucking work to run a government. But now you want to take the government into doing stuff like the fucking trash and the mail and all the stuff that they have to do, keeping the roads working, and say, now we also want you to take your time to come into homes and watch us and make sure we're doing the right thing. This would be frightening to most of us. I guess that we could put like fucking casino cameras in the house so that any time that they wanted to look in, they would be able to see that we're doing okay inside our own homes.
But I think if a kid actor is running amok around Hollywood and being drunk and doing drugs to his detriment, it's, somebody needs to step in if the parents aren't going to.
What about any other fucking kid in the country? We don't have any laws that allow kids to drink and do drugs. We never have.
Right.
There's no school that says, come into school, do drugs and drink. We don't have that anywhere. We're all on your side from that. And if a kid has a problem, the society itself will say, what do we got to do to fix this? We're not out. If we catch a kid smoking pot, we're trying not to send him to fucking reform school. We catch kids that are drunk, we're trying not to send them to reform school. We're doing everything we can before that. But it's never going to be 100%. It's never going to be 100%. I think that's what you're looking for. That somehow there's some orderly fashion to life. And it just gets somewhat orderly. Here is Eric in Buffalo. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I got a question for Fezzy. Fezzy, you had 2 heart attacks, and I'm sure the doctors have given you plenty of advice on the diet you should eat, on top of the medications that you go with. And yet you claimed that because of the medication, you've totally ignored the advice that they've given you.
Nobody gave me advice on a diet when I was a kid. That's
fucking bullshit.
And
you had
your
health
heart
classes. You did have fucking health classes. We all used to fucking not pay attention to that shit. The TV would fucking try to tell you how to eat. You don't pay attention.
But nobody stepped in and changed my diet when I was a kid, when they could make the decision and I couldn't.
Who did you want to fucking knock the candy out of your hand? Cops?
I mean, a parent could have done that?
That's between you and your parents. Have you ever went back to them and talked about it?
No. No, I'm being honest. No, I haven't talked about that.
So you don't have all the information?
No, I'm just going by what this guy brought up to me.
No, but I'm saying you don't know what went on with your parents. You don't have the information. You're saying that your parents should have fed you differently. Now that you are in charge of your fucking body, do you eat that much differently? Do you follow the diet that you're supposed to?
No. Not completely, no.
So you're a bad parent to yourself?
Yeah, I guess so.
So are the rest of us. We're all just doing whatever we can. We're all not all that fucking great. It's not fucking perfect. I'm sure Corey Haim's fucking mother loved him. I'm sure she was proud of him when he got into Lucas. I'm telling you right now, that fucking Lucas was an adorable movie.
Oh, yeah. With those little glasses of his. Cute kid.
Charlie Sheen tried to be nice to him back then. Look at Charlie Sheen now.
He's fucked up.
Robin in Detroit. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
All the parents who get their kids into show business know this is a risk. We've all seen it happen, but they would rather have the money than worry about their kids. And there's plenty of kids being raised by horrendous parents who aren't in acting. We don't take those kids away.
You know, every parent knows the risk when you let your kid ride a fucking bicycle, when you let your kid fucking roller skate, when you let your kids play sports, when you let your kids get on a big yellow bus with a bunch of other kids and go away from the fucking house.
Exactly.
There is a risk to freedom. There is a risk to freedom. What Fez is talking about is letting some communist party come in and saying, here's what the government has decided, the food that you will be rationed. Here's when you will eat. This is what time you'll go to sleep. They can give you that kind of safety. If you want to live in that world, you can have that kind of safety. But safety to do what? Only survive, not to fucking live. It's not like we've never looked at the Communist fucking party and thought there are some benefits to that. There are. There are definite benefits to it. But we fucking think in this country we would rather have freedom and take the risk of safety from time to time. For some fucking reason, we act like if your dad is running a fucking garage, that kid wouldn't be just drawn to that. That if your mom has a store, you wouldn't say, I want to work in the store with my mom. A lot of these kids grew up in fucking L.A. They see show business. They get drawn to it. Other kids are fucking grew up in fucking Idaho and say, I fucking want to be on stage. You guys have got to get me to L.A. I can't live here. I can't live like this. I don't know what you're looking for, Fez.
I think that one of the problems that people have in the country is when they want to give up those freedoms. You know, whether it's the smoking thing or any of that other bullshit. That's the problem. It's like all this, hey, it's more safe. But it isn't. And you're giving up shit.
Sean in Idaho, you're on Fez. Sean.
Oh, hello. Sorry. Yeah. Hey, Fez gets to talk to millions of people every day. I think right now he's one of the scariest men in America. He's against the First Amendment. He's okay with jocks being fired for saying stuff. He's against people having guns, the right to assemble.
When was I against the right to assemble?
And you want people to watch
the other day
moment of our lives.
I don't remember that.
Westboro Baptist Church, where you eventually went up to, I'm totally agreeing. And again, I think it's only because you looked at the one case that you don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you have a tendency to do this. And I'm not fucking busting your balls about it. But you see something bad that happens, right? And go, well, let's change everybody else's life because this one bad thing has happened. And it's almost like if you hear about a person who goes on the beach, gets killed by a shark, let's shut down that beach. A fucking guy is out on a golf course, gets hit by lightning, no more golfing. Now, obviously, I've taken it to fucking extremes for this example, but you have a tendency to think that way.
I do get emotional when I see specific stories, because when I see Corey Haim's face, it becomes personal with me, where I see the individual there.
Right, but...
to be honest, as opposed to every other kid that's out partying across the country when they shouldn't be.
Or maybe they should be. Maybe it is a fucking right of fucking youth to go out and party in those days. I'm not fucking sitting here going, we need to restrict everybody from fucking enjoying themselves. Some of the best fucking times of my life I fucking had were partying. It all caught up with me and I had to make some fucking changes. Does that mean I'd want to take away all those experiences I had? All those friendships I made? That would be insane. Matter of fact, I'd be taking away any of the fucking lessons I learned from that. I wouldn't be the fucking person I am now. You've got to have experiences, good and bad, to pick up any kind of wisdom in life. Wisdom is just from, I've been through some things, and these are the decisions I fucking made about them. That's all you get. But if you haven't, you had none. Let's go over to... let's go to Nick in California. You're on Fez.
Yeah, it's really easy to see here. Fezzi's entire outlook on life, it's a fantasy that he wants to be someone's pet, or maybe in a zoo, and he has to have no responsibility over anything.
Well, first of all, Nick, let me just answer that. He'd be a great pet. He'd be standing there at the fucking door when you got home. He'd have the paper in his mouth or his shoe or your slippers. And when you rubbed his head and told him good boy, you couldn't make him any happier.
If you're saying I'm loyal, yes, I will agree with you.
I wonder. We talked about somebody should have stepped in for this kid. I was your friend when I had problems. I never heard a thing from you about it. Matter of fact, even after I quit drinking, I remember you telling me how much fun I was when I did drink, and even before saying I wish we could drink together one more time.
I said that?
Because you had such a great time the night that I put the fucking guy up on the coat hook. And you were like, oh, God, you were so much fun when you were drinking. I wish we could drink together one more time. I remember you saying that to me.
I do not remember saying that. That's an awful thing to say.
It's not an awful thing to say. That was a fucking great time for you. You didn't have to put up with all the rest of me, just the fun me. Wasn't an awful thing to say at all. I can understand that. But you would make a great pet. I think I would name that pet Fezzy. Such a great fucking song. Here, Fezzy. Good girl. Good girl. Here's David in California. You're Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Fez, the reason why some of these kids are the way they are, they're eccentric kids. So they gravitate toward that type of life. They know what they're looking for little kids. So they gravitate towards that type of life. So they're eccentric kids. So when they get older, they would probably be screwed up anyway.
So maybe they need extra help while they're, on the set and when their run comes to an end.
Again,
maybe they need more than what's being provided.
They have it. If you would look into it, they have it. They have an enormous amount. Enormous amount of that is going on. And not only that, some of those kids have amazing talent. That little Leo, that movie that he did with Robert De Niro, and he was just a little kid, he was fucking amazing.
Yeah, man, This Boy's Life. That was incredible child acting. I mean, even Haley Joel Osment, we don't know where he is.
It was amazing
But
when he was a little kid.
He was ridiculous.
The Home Alone kid, fucking phenomenal.
Great.
And who was the little girl just a couple years ago before she got awkward?
Dakota Fanning.
Amazing little actress.
Great guy. Great actress. The little kid from Christmas Story, Peter Billingsley, I always loved.
Now, you know what he's doing?
What?
Directing and producing films. He's Vince Vaughn and John Favreau's fucking partner in different things. He's great success. And seems to have kind of a Ron Howard, got his fucking head on straight.
I mean, besides Ron, is there anyone bigger than Ron Howard? Jodie Foster?
Jodie Foster's great.
I mean, there's plenty of people.
Jodie Foster,
they made it through.
Some people make it through.
But you would be depriving them.
I want you to understand something. And this is the weird thing about freedom. Not everybody makes it through. I have fucking people I love that didn't make it fucking through. I have people I tried to help, didn't make it through. Breaks my heart. But I don't know if I went and run tanks into their fucking neighborhood. And then there's one fucking guy I gave up on completely. I'm like, he's just never going to be there. And he's fucking back. He's doing okay. So who's to say? I don't know whether you think somebody's going to come in from the outside with some kind of magic wand and fix everybody. Who's going to do that? What government agency has ever been run that well? What has the government ever done that has been run so fucking well that you're like, yeah, they should be into everything? I've never seen something.
But we don't have other options. When,
yes, we do.
When kids are in trouble at home, and I'm saying any kid, child services needs to come in and do something about it. That's what we have.
And they do. Everything you're saying already happens. Everything that you say. When we have little kids that are in trouble in this country, the school tries to help, the parents tries to help, the church tries to help. Everybody does everything they fucking can, and in a decent community, I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's fucking communities that we have that suffer a lot more than fucking Beverly Hills, that's for sure. You've got, I would not be surprised if there's plenty of fucking kids within 10 miles of where we are right now that don't have enough food or medicine or whatever the fuck they need. It happens. You do the best you can with it. gets a little better every year. Hopefully. But it ain't 100%. It's never going to be.
And you shouldn't be taking options away. I mean, that is the big thing in America
That's
right
the
now.
fucking, oddly enough, that dirty bastard has said something fucking true. You're taking options away from kids.
And you're single-handedly changing everything. You know, who's to say if Ron Howard wasn't a kid actor, maybe he wouldn't have even got into directing films.
Right.
Now you've altered all that shit.
And, you know, we were talking about the Dominican kids. And my fucking beef there was it's kind of cheating because they don't have the same things that we have. I'm saying it's cheating us, our American ball players. I wasn't even, you know, going back to it. But our American ball players are being cheated because they don't. Now, I'm sure over there, if you wanted to be a kid actor, fuck yeah. Bye, Mom and Dad. See you later.
You're right.
I'm sure those fucking Slumdog Millionaire kids can work long fucking hours, doing blow the whole time. We can't compete with that. You can't take a fucking Dakota Fanning and let her compete with those kids. It's not fair. She's working 4 hours on, fucking 6 hours off. I feel bad those little kids have to fucking do social studies in the middle of the day, while all the other actors are out fucking doing shit.
I mean, I would have loved to have been a kid actor, and if you told me you can be a kid actor, but you're going to have a drug problem in your mid-30s, I would sign up for it right now. Right now.
You have a drug problem in your mid-30s, you didn't do shit. You're taking fucking weird roid medicine.
Early 30s.
Are you lying about your age now?
32.
Then you look like garbage.
Well, I didn't shower. I
had you down for 38, 39.
38? Come on, that's Corey Haim territory.
Lack of showers are adding years to you.
Robert, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fezzy.
Yes.
Let's hear you say something positive about anything in this country. Can you try it?
Well, I think any sort of conversion towards green energy is a positive move in this country of ours. There you go. There you go. There's something positive for you, Charlie.
That's nothing positive. That's something that 95% of the people in this country could really give a crap about right now.
Oh, Robert, why can't you say anything positive? Why can't you say anything positive, Robert? I was trying to pump up the environmental progress in this country, and you can't say anything positive about it.
What's this green energy you want to turn to? Which in particular?
The wind energy. The T-Boone Pickens commercials that I saw.
Mm-hmm. And where is that going now?
It goes out west.
No, T-Boone has already fucking pulled back from that.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Do you see any more of the commercials on?
No, I haven't seen them since, like, the election time.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you saw a commercial, and you thought, we're on our way. We're going to be fucking like a big sailboat. America the sailboat.
Energy independent. It sounded good to me.
You know what I'd like to see you do, Fez? You're a college-educated man.
Mm-hmm.
You worry about the kids. Why don't you be a social worker up in Harlem? Help out a little bit. Do something with your spare time. Instead of worrying about yourself, you can be up there checking kids' homework, making sure they had plenty to eat, knocking the syringes out of their fucking hands. Be a nice thing to do.
It would be nice, yes. I'm a little nervous about it, but yes, it would be nice.
Leaving your house?
Well, that's where it starts.
I don't know. You know, I get the fact you see something on the news and it's fucking sad and you just wish things like that would never happen. But then you also have to wonder, for every fucking thing that you try to stop, what else is being stopped? What other things are you keeping from happening? You know, unfortunately, we don't get the gimmick like Lost has, where you can see what would happen in two different lives at the same time. You just don't know. I wonder how many kids that if they didn't get the chance to follow their dream would turn to drugs and alcohol. I'm sure there's plenty. If they didn't get that opportunity, you know, I mean, first of all, blaming show business, that also could be local theater. A lot of kids are saved by local theater. And a lot of people think local theater fucking is nothing but introducing kids to drugs and sex, even gay sex. They blame a local theater.
Sure.
But a lot of people feel like they're fucking saved by it.
if you start taking things away that coincidentally had people die because they did it, people will find other outlets to die. So if you take fucking drugs or kid acting away, then they'll figure something else out. Maybe they'll die because they're into coloring too much. I mean, it's just impossible to prevent people from dying.
Well, here's the other side of it too. When it comes back to Fez saying, "Why didn't the parents do this?" and all, I can honestly say that at a certain age, my parents didn't know who I was. They knew who I was when I was home, but they didn't know who I was once I left that house. You couldn't find any two nicer people than my folks. But they had no idea. They couldn't.
Absolutely not.
They could not know who you are when you leave that. And Dave, the same is going to be the truth of you and your kids. You could have the most open fucking dialogue. Everything could be this and that. And it wasn't, enough. Parents are going to take heat for being too disciplined. And then also in the case of Fez, it seems like you're mad at your parents for not disciplining you enough.
Well, no, I had discipline, but nobody brought up a diet. I'm just referring to that one particular caller.
Right. Well, you grew up in a time where nobody thought the diet was that big a deal. How many expert books were out on diet when you were a little kid?
I don't remember any.
Well, you wouldn't know if there's any out now. You still don't look. Most of the time, your parents do the best they fucking can. That's it. You can choose to fucking judge them forever or fucking realize people just do the best they can.
Also, the flip side of the coin is that there's plenty of parents who do give the kids structure, discipline, and those kids go out and go bananas. We always talk about Todd Marinovich.
Because some kids feel too squeezed down on. You also don't realize how many fucking kids get too much discipline, and then they go out and become Bob Dylan afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of rebel against that and do something fucking fantastic with it. Like, sometimes you need to give kids something to fucking rebel against. That's a part of being a kid. A part of being a fucking kid is we are going to replace the people who are running things now. We're going to do a better job than them. And that's why when everybody has kids, they say to themselves, I'm going to do so much better than my parents. I would be so much better at this than my parents. That's the way you set out. Plus, how many kids have you ever fucking read about, they did bad in school, blah, 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 fucking had problems, and then someday something clicked, they found the right business for them, the right fucking thing to get involved in, and everything turned out.
Me.
Really?
I wasn't a good student. Well, in college I was. I really wasn't in high school.
You went through how many colleges?
Fordham, the New School, Brookdale Community College, and then Monmouth University.
All right, you graduated at what age?
26 or 7.
All right, 27. And you had a doctorate in what?
Nothing. No, I had a Bachelor of Arts.
At 27?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you'd get a doctorate by that age.
No, it was, I know most overachievers accomplish it after 4 years. It took me a little longer.
I'm only busting your balls. You did it.
I did.
Now you're going to be hosting a show for fucking Spike TV. Can't beat that.
I'm going to try. I have to talk to you guys after the show today.
You should
what
clean
you got
up.
to talk to us about? Talk to us about it right now. What do you got to do? Miss work again?
I applied, and then they said, okay, come in to comics on Monday. I don't know how long it'll be. I wouldn't think it would take all day, but I don't know how those type of things even work.
What are you planning on doing?
I didn't have a plan. Why? You think I have to come in prepared with stuff?
No. You're so lovable and bright and smart.
Oh, shit.
It's best that you just walk in off the street.
You just made me panic big time. I didn't know you had to come in with fucking shit. Oh, fuck me.
Did you think it was to fill out the application?
I don't know. They just said come in. So I thought, okay. I mean, I don't even have a headshot or anything. I should have thought about this harder. I really should have.